Hey guys, welcome to Into the Toybox. Hope everybody's having a good Sunday. I'm doing okay. We're going to talk about Star Wars, the vintage collection figures and vehicles and playsets tonight. So before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and bring out my co-host, Beta Ray Bob.
Hello. How's everybody doing? Hope
Hey,
everybody had a great Thanksgiving.
yes. I'm doing well. Uh, Matter of fact, we got to have lunch yesterday.
Yes.
So that was
That was
cool.
awesome. Yes. And thank you again.
Yeah, no
That
problem.
was
So,
that place you recommended was fantastic.
um, Bob was traveling from some relatives, and he was actually in my state, and he actually drove through the town where I live in. So I'm like, oh yeah, we got to stop
Totally.
and get something to eat or something. Yeah, and so it's good seeing you in person.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, Yeah, the food was excellent, man. I got way too much food there, and I brought leftovers home, and we've gone through them since then. So it was good.
Yeah. I was gonna say I'm sure the kids helped
Yeah,
you clear through
yeah,
some of that.
yeah, for sure. Well, anyway, guys, we're gonna have a vintage collection conversation tonight, and before we get started, I'm gonna go ahead and bring out a special guest. That I figured would have a few things to say about it as well. And so, welcome, Joel from Starboy Station.
Hello.
Hey,
Hey,
Thanks for having me
uh,
on.
yeah, no problem, man.
yeah,
Thanks
thank you for
for coming
joining
on. I
us.
know it's kind of last minute, um, so thank you. You having a good weekend?
So far, so good. Yeah, I've been a nice long 4-day weekend, and tomorrow's skeleton
Awesome.
crew. So I'm excited to get back to a
Oh
Monday.
yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh
Yeah, I'll
yeah.
be watching that tomorrow night for sure. I can't wait. I almost kind of feel like I've gotten a glimpse of it with uh, Lord of Thanes figures that he posted today. It's like pretty cool, awesome work for sure. It's like he will definitely have those months and months and maybe years before we'll probably get him in TVC. So it's like that's that's what you got to do at this point in time. Um,
There's no way they make all three of those
no,
pirates. There's
no
no
way,
way.
no way. I feel like they'll make the one that they did
Mhm.
in the Black Series,
Yep.
but
Yeah, the
the
werewolf
other
one.
ones, yeah, the other ones, I'm just, who knows. All right, well, before I guess we got some picks to show, and we'll do that. But you want to go ahead and hit the chat first, Bob? Uh,
Yes, I was just gonna say, I
yeah,
want to say hi to them.
yeah. Let's say
Got
hello.
Bjorn here with us.
Hey,
Hey,
Bjorn. Thanks for watching and being here like normal.
hey. Defiance
Defiant.
here with us.
What's up, man?
And we've got hey, it's Joel Williamson.
Joel is in the chat.
Tucker.
He's pulling double duty.
Yeah. Well, it's got Ian Sweeney here with us. Good morning.
Ian, thank you.
Got a special message here from Defiant.
Yes,
Please do
thanks,
hit
man.
that like
Thank
button,
you.
folks. We
Please.
do appreciate it.
Yes.
Yeah, we've got some other folks here.
Hey, thank you.
Mr. Cicero,
Yes, thank you.
Jimbo Toys, he's here with
Timbo.
us.
Timbo.
And let's see. We'll get caught up. Oh, and
All right.
MCR is here with us.
MCR, what's up?
PLM 2212.
Mad
Hello.
Outpost. Hey, thank you. So yeah, we basically had a little bit later show going on today just to make arrangements to get Joel on, and we're just going to talk about the vintage collection figures that are out so far this year. And so before we do that, though, um, Bob, do you? I guess let me do this. Do you have something? Well, I'll tell you what. I'll show you what I got in the mail today.
Okay.
Most people probably already have one by this point in time, but Amazon was having a good deal on it, so I got the N1. Um, it was like a super good price. It was like $78 or something like that. So I had to pull the trigger on it because
Mm-hmm.
probably as cheap as I was going to get it. Um, I know the Epic Heroes one is like $20 or whatever, or however much it is. I was telling Bob I'll probably get one of those too to maybe customize one of those, but just couldn't pass up the deal, and so it arrived today. Um, do you have one of those, Joel?
I do. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a great little
Um,
ship.
yeah, a year ago I was like, I'm probably not going to get ships because, you know, I don't have the room for it, and so it seems like, hey man, it seems like I've still sort of did a 180 on that conversation because it's like I've pretty much been buying every ship that's been out since then, except for the Ghost. So anyway, um, but Bob, so I heard you got something in the mail.
Yes, I did. So I just got back into town today from visiting family for Thanksgiving and whatnot. And outside my door was a big old box that had, let me pull it out here and let me scoot back so I can get it all in the picture. Had the Roboskull Mark II, which is like, it's almost as big as my head. You can
That is
like, I
awesome.
can like barely see around it to see the camera, but yes, it is. Any of you guys that have this ordered and are waiting for it to come in, you will not be disappointed. Now it's got some paint apps already on it, but it also comes with a sticker sheet if you want to add more stuffs to it. It's got some different options for the eyes. I went with whoops, I can get it. Yeah, I went with these just because they look more menacing.
Oh yeah.
Mm. But yes, it is a cool little ship. And if you didn't get the big display stand, it does have this like little display thing you can plug into the bottom to help it kind of stabilize and stand up. And in the back, you got this little pod that comes out, and it has, let me set this down so I don't accidentally drop it because that would be tragic.
Yeah, that would be tragic.
Um, so
Sure.
it's got this little pod with all sorts of nice little painted on details that also has 3 more Skeledrones that come with it.
Nice. Nice.
So if you didn't get any Skeledrones before, you will get some now.
That's
And of
awesome.
course, it's got a pilot that I
Yes.
haven't taken out of the package yet. I like just got this put together right before the show started. So there is more to do on it.
That's
Um,
awesome. That's awesome.
oh, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
I
see.
I I did
Oh,
not pre-order that, but I have reached out and they're like, "Hey, there will be some for sale after all the pre-orders are allocated." So yeah, I'll probably getting one of those just because you know.
I highly recommend it because I mean, what's better than a big flying skull? You
Yeah,
know, come
right,
on.
right, yeah.
Let's see.
Um,
Bjorn here's got a question. I haven't put it on a scale, but it's got some weight to it. So, um,
so I didn't buy the Ghost, and so that's probably going to be one of my bigger vehicles,
mhm.
going forward. But
Yeah, I didn't get the Ghost either. Oh, and then the pilot is the Blood Wolf. It's a pretty much like the regular troopers, but a different head sculpt. Excuse me. Different helmet too, and some different paint apps.
yeah, and anyway, it looks really great, man. I can't I like I'm glad you got it. It looks awesome, and
Excuse me. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It is quite nice. Thank you.
yeah, I was telling Bob beforehand. I was like, great, another company that I like what they're doing. So it's like whatever. This is the life. So
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, all right.
We
So
all know what we're getting into.
yeah, pretty much. All right. So we're gonna have a talk about the vintage collection figures so far released this year. Um, Bob, I will let you. I'll go down to the bottom
Oh,
and
yeah. Oh, okay.
let us do that. So anyway, so I may have made a few mistakes here or there along with these pictures or not. Don't know. Don't throw tomatoes at me, please. But anyway, I think this is pretty much everything that's been released so far this year. So, hey Brett, man. Hey, thanks, man. Um, Aegis Station in the house. So cool. He had some drops today, by the way. So if you want to see some cool stuff, go check out his Instagram, and you can go to his shop and see what he's got. I'll probably be checking it out. I've already been there today. I just was scouting it out to see what I might get, and so I just haven't had a chance to pull the trigger on anything yet, but I will be.
And I
He's
think he
been
was having a
filming
sale
like
today too.
Yes, yeah, he's having a sale as well. Thanks, Joel. Um, so Joel, do you got anything going on currently, or what are you working on? I know that one is it Roses Cafe?
Rosa's Cantina. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's this big block behind me. It's basically a mobile area of the station.
right.
Because everything I have is kind of a facade. It's not very deep. So this is actually something that I can go into. And so I've been working on that slowly but
Nice.
surely, trying to figure out the lighting and everything.
Well, I'm sure it will look great once you're done with it. It's a great idea. I love the origin of it. Anyway, but yes. How's life after Figtober?
It's so hard to get back in the groove. I felt I was so creative from like mid-September to mid-October. Like I just had ideas and I'm like, try this, this is gonna work, this is working. And then once November hit, I just got really lazy, I think. So it's been hard for me to make stuff.
Well, you can't rush, your hobby or your art. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you kind of have to get back into it. I know, I took a couple of weeks off pretty much, and I was like not taking pictures of anything. I was not doing anything. I was just like, man, I just need a break from it all. And it hit me, I think, like last weekend, and I just started like putting figures together and like taking pictures and doing all kinds of stuff, moving stuff around. I got some new pieces in from Timbo Toys that I'll be showing off probably sometime the next week or so. I got some new pieces from Fatback Station that I've put in there that I'll be showing off in the next week or so. I've gotten a lot of stuff in pretty recently, and so I'm just trying to like, put it all together to where it sort of, works for me. And so anyway, so I got a lot of stuff I'm doing, but I am in it right now. Like I am, I've been like taking pictures like a madman. And so I'm good right now. Like I'm in my zone with what I want to do. I just have to just keep doing it. But that's how it was for me though. But it's like I couldn't do it until I could, and then like I said, the floodgates were open, and then I've just been like taking pictures like all like a wild man. But speaking of figures and stuff, we'll just go ahead and that's right, Bjorn. You can't rush art.
Yep.
So I'm just going to go through these pretty quick since there's a lot of pictures. But if you guys have a comment about these or something, definitely speak up. That's you guys in the chat as well. I know this is like supposedly the definitive Dooku that we have. I don't have one yet, but I do plan on getting one. I'm just behind in some figures. Like I haven't pulled the trigger on all of these myself, but it's like they're ones I do plan on getting. I'm just juggling all the other lines and figures and stuff, and so sometimes some of them go to the back burner, unless I really see something cool about it. And sometimes it's a cool figure. I just don't get it until a little bit later. The Andor and the Finn are both, I guess, repacks, but I had never got them previously, so I did pick those up, and I picked up a couple of those clones, just because, So anyway,
yeah, I got the Dooku, some of the clones to use their legs and torsos and stuff to update some of those ARC troopers that came out before.
Yes.
Had a couple of the Andors that I'd picked up from the previous time on discount, and I did get a Finn because I wanted to try to do something with that jacket.
Yes.
That he's got. So.
Yeah. What about you, Joel?
You know what? I don't have any of these ones. Right now, I'm kind of only buying stuff that's going to go on the station.
Right.
And
right.
with the timeline of my station, which is like right now, is kind of set Mandalorian time.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the only one that I could pull off would be Andor, probably.
That Andor is a good one to pop the head off and put anything else on there. I mean, I think I put a Biff head on mine.
Perfect.
But it's just perfect for that type of stuff, But yeah,
it's a good body.
The Finn is Timbo. They're all the same size. They don't, these are just I guess the stock picks that they put on, whatever the sites before they actually had them in hand. So it's like they might look a little small, but they're normal size. Like all these figures are the same size. I've got, like I said, I have every one of them except for Dooku, and so they're all good. The jacket does come off of Finn, so it's got he's got like a black, like pants on, and then his midsection shirt is black, but his arms are the brown color of the jacket. But anyway, there's things you could do to that. Put a different jacket on or something like that or whatever. But
I think Finn always looks scrunched. I think it's his body type.
Yeah,
could be.
Yeah,
I will tell you this: even though they're both the Finn and the Andor are both the sort of repacks, they both still have different head barbells, to use. So one of them actually has a permanent. I think Poe has. I mean, if not Poe, Finn has the just a head that pops off a permanent neck barbell. But the Andor, well, actually, the Andor does too. So those, I'm mistaken on that. But anyway, I got them, and like I said, I bought them because I didn't have them, and I was like, I might customize these or something, and that's probably what I'll do with those. But anyway, MCR, I'm not sure about the new K2SO because I haven't got it. I've only got the original. So I'm not sure what the difference is, if there is one. But anyway. And so
I got the new one sitting in my pile of loot, but I haven't pulled the trigger on getting those shipped yet. I'm waiting on a couple more items to come in.
Either one of you guys get this guy?
Not yet.
Oh, yeah, the Rex.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got him to go with Hunter and the ARC troopers. He seemed to kind of fit in with them.
Yeah, I will probably get one at some point. Just because, like I said, I don't get every figure that comes out. The Cassian does come with a 3-part rifle. It's all right. I just, I'm. If you like that, that's cool. Just sort
of a neat accessory.
It is. It is a neat accessory. I don't want to take a chance on losing even more pieces than what I've got. But they did all fit together because I did put it together when I pulled it out of the package. But anyway, so like I said, I'll probably get this Rex. I just haven't got it yet either. Um, just like this Luke, I think it's pretty much a repack as well.
Yeah, it
But
is.
I've got one from the original release that I've kind of got like in front of me underneath my TV, like in this room. I've got like the vintage, the TVC, a vintage X-Wing that Luke had, and I got
Mhm.
his, and this figure right next to it, and they're still in the package. And I had thought about getting the helmet, and putting it under there as well, so it's kind of like my little sort of display area. I sort of change out what's in there every so often, and so right now, those have been in there the longest. But I've thought about getting the X-wing helmets. But anyway, I will get a couple of these Lukes just because I have some plans for some stuff now that I've started buying ships and stuff, and so but I'm not gonna like say what all I'm doing yet. That's because I'll make sure it
Yeah.
happens first. But anyway,
Yeah, I
go
got that Luke to do like a head swap with, so I gave him like a alien
right.
head from like one of the sequel trilogy 5 POA figures. I just straight head swap.
This is I guess the updated Axe figure. Even though it's still not, I guess the correct one supposedly, but the first one was released as a Target exclusive, and I grabbed a couple then, and so I grabbed this guy. I grabbed a couple of these just because it doesn't really matter to me that it's not 100% accurate or anything like that. Matter of fact, I don't even use these guys as their characters most of the time. I'm usually making them a different character anyway, so it doesn't matter to me. I know I'm in the minority probably for that, but that's just how I roll. And those legs will pop off, and so you can, those are the ones that you can pop those legs off and put them on different Mandalorians that do the same thing. So you can like mix and match, some pieces with those, and that is for me is the best part. The best part for me is the fact that you can like customize them a little bit.
Well, and the Mandalorians are usually good for like
Yeah,
customizing because
yeah,
you can just get away with just paying the armor pieces of a
yeah, for
different color, and then you don't have to worry too much about like the joints and whatnot.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, if you already had him, fine. If you didn't want this one, that's cool too. I mean, it's your money. Spend it where you want
Hmm.
to. Um, I usually will buy it. I will usually buy whatever they repack or whatever, just because I don't know, I'm sick in the head, I guess. But I always feel like it could be for customs or, a background character. And so that's, anyway. Um, let's see. What about you, Joel? Did you get one?
I think I have a couple of these ones.
Yeah.
Definitely have one on the station somewhere, and I believe it's the newer version. Did this come
Yeah.
out like earlier in the year?
Yeah. This
Like
was
fairly
like
early?
I think January, March, somewhere
Yeah,
around
yeah.
there. Most of these pictures will be like from early in the year to the end. This was the one I liked the best. So,
Yeah, this guy was pretty cool.
yeah. I love this one, and the fact that the armor on his chest and his legs and stuff on his shins, it's a not. It's a. I don't know how to exactly explain it, but it's not like a shiny surface. So it's like you can paint that, and the
Hmm.
paint really sticks to it really well. I mean, you can paint them no matter what, but the paint really adheres to his chest plate and those long shin pieces. And so, it's like I said, it's sort of a customizer's dream to do that. I wish they would do that with just some of the other pieces too occasionally. But anyway, this one was the one I was looking forward to of the two the most. And
Yeah.
I've got a few of these guys, and he's awesome.
Yeah, I
So,
never
And
got this guy.
yeah.
to address what Ian said real quick about him not having a holster on mine, I had like an extra one of those rifles, those Mandalorian style rifles, so I just gave him that.
Yeah.
instead
I
of
mean,
the
you
pistol.
can, some of the figures, you can actually take their hips apart
Hmm.
and you can slide like a holster off off one of your other figures, and put it on a different. I've sort of mixed and matched a little bit with some of the Mandalorian figures, and there's some customization you can actually do to them, but it just depends on which one it is, because of course
Right.
they don't all make the same body style figure.
Yeah, a lot of them are real close, or some of them have part swapping, but they've got a few different, I guess, overall bucks to deal
Right.
with. So,
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. And so, of course, they did another Mandalorian repack. This one, they added the sword. Was it the dark sword? I forgot what the name of it is actually.
oh yeah, the dark saber.
Yeah, dark saber. And so, this one, if I'm not mistaken, I think this one has the barbell hips. I think.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe it does. I'm not. It's like an updated one, I think. Um, but it's pretty cool. I mean, I've pretty much bought a couple of these just to have the cape on it, just
Hmm.
because. Yes, yeah, the cloth cape is pretty much the reason why I bought a couple of these. And I always feel like I can always customize, some of these Mandalorian bodies. Yeah, for sure, man. He has got a lot of variants, if you will. But uh, this
Yeah, I got.
Grogu, I'm pretty sure everybody's got a Grogu at this point in time.
Hey.
I didn't buy this one just because I've got several Grogus. Like, I've got my quota. So. Um, but if you guys, I'm gonna just keep going until you say something. Of course,
All right.
this 2-pack came out, and I definitely grabbed this one.
I
I
didn't
still
get
have
this
this one in
one.
the package. I haven't opened it yet.
I do too. I do too. It's in a pile.
I want those
Um,
cats though, but I kind of
Hmm.
yeah,
want to leave it for the ones that come with the ghost.
right, right. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna open mine because I'm not getting a ghost. But it's like I definitely am gonna use those cats. So yeah, you know it's cool figures. I just haven't, like I said, I just haven't got a chance to open them yet. Um,
Yeah, that 2-pack, like I already had the Ahsoka Sabine and the Chopper, so like $50 just for the cats. Just
yeah, I
I
know.
could I couldn't do that one, but
A funny thing is, I didn't. That's my only Sabine though. Is that one right there? Because I didn't get the
oh,
deluxe,
okay.
and so I had a chopper, but I was like, I pre-ordered it. I guess I don't know, right about when it launched or whatever, and I just forgot. I was like, you know what? I'm probably just gonna cancel this. And guess what? I forgot to cancel it, and
Oh,
then next thing you know, it's like shipping notification. I'm like, well,
yeah.
I'm keeping it now.
Whoops.
Yeah. So anyway, I got this set right here. I think this was about April.
Mm.
I got it I got it 100% for the droids.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
I don't really. I mean, I like Ahsoka and everything, but I just don't like. I just think the body's just kind of too small sometimes, and I've already got Ahsoka's anyway, so it's like it was
Yeah.
just a figure that just kind of went into a pile, and it's like if I do something with it, great. If I don't, I don't. But the droids were the ones that I got it for, and those 3 droids that come with it are like super good. I think maybe the one in the top right might have been. It might be a repack, maybe, or maybe there's one that was close to the colors in the Clone Wars original line, the animated line. But the 2 on the bottom, I definitely think are like brand new, like never before made. Um, but like I said, I pulled the trigger on that box set, and anyway, I'll that's gonna be it for me. I won't
Yeah.
ever buy another one just because I got these guys.
Yeah, I
That's a
wanted
nice
to get
set.
that, but I just never
Yeah, I
Never got
mean,
around to it, and then it was gone. So
yeah, yeah. It's one of those things. I used to pre-order everything as soon as it came out, and then I'm at the point right now that I'm just sort of picking and choosing what to pre-order.
hmm yeah,
And I like this Django. I don't have this guy, um,
no,
and I
I did
really
get
should,
him.
but I just didn't get him at the time. I don't know how available he is now or whatever, but anyway, um, and it's not the price or anything like that. It just sort of slipped through the cracks, and um,
Yeah. Oh yeah, you
it happened.
you you like I'll come back to that later, and yeah, later just doesn't happen.
Yeah, I did get this guy though, just
Oh yeah,
because
same here.
I think he's a really cool droid. You know,
hmm
This is probably
Well,
my
it
favorite
also
Star Wars droid.
really.
Yeah, oh yeah.
ah,
Well, he's I guess the oldest one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
At
So
least so.
yeah, super good. I've got him. I had thought about maybe making a custom out of one of, or maybe getting another one and make a custom out of it, but I just so far just haven't done it.
I think it was say it was Fat Red Food did some like really cool customs with these. And
Yeah.
I'm sorry if I've got the name
No,
wrong of who
somebody
did
did.
it, but
Somebody did some customs. I think it might have been him. I think he put like a head on like a Fortnite body or something like that, or
I think
something
so.
along
Or
those
like
lines.
and like shave the little, I guess, ears
Yeah,
off and
yeah,
to
he could probably
kind of
tell us.
slim it down.
But yeah, that one's a good figure. I did not get these guys just
I didn't
because
either.
I had already bought so many of the other ones, and I hate that I did but it was like the only one they had at the time before they improved the legs, and so I've got like you know 4 or 5 of the blue ones and the ones with the red mask, and so I mean, like I said, those original figures were the only ones we had opportunity to get, and the legs were just too skinny for me,
Yeah.
but I mean, like I said, but I didn't buy this one. I mean, if I catch it, if it's got a super good deal or something, I might pull the trigger on them. But
I mean, you're probably just better off getting the loose ones. Or not the loose ones, the single pack
right.
clone troopers
Well, yeah, yeah,
with the enhancements.
yeah. I mean, I wish they would release the one with the orange mask as a single. You know what I'm saying, or
hmm
something. But
Oh, I'm
um,
sure they will eventually. Don't worry.
yeah, it's an easy repack.
Yeah.
Um, but I did get
Oh,
these. Yeah,
yeah.
these
I
are
got a
awesome.
set of these.
Yeah. I end up trading Angus my 3 um, non-epic. What's his name? Epic or no? Or no? What's his name?
Oh, e- no. Oh, crap. Now that you've asked me, I can't remember it. Enoch.
Name? Enoch. That's right, Enoch.
Yeah.
So I traded him. Hold on, my thing is going crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, let me quit touching stuff. All right, so I trade. Okay, I traded him the 3 basically troopers because he bought several sets and he didn't want the Enoch figure. I was like, well, I'll take them, And so I had thought about making like a squad of the Enoch figure, and so I have 4 of the Enoch figure that you probably will see at some point in time. But anyway, but these figures though are pretty awesome. I will say that the normal, I guess if we want to call them night troopers or death troopers or whatever, those
hmm
guys are pretty cool. And I will definitely be getting another set of them just so I can have some to use. But they were pretty cool.
And one thing I
That.
really love about these. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, Bob. So I'm just
No, no
thinking that
problem.
Enoch might look really cool with like a Roman shield. If you had a
Oh,
squad of them with
yeah.
like the Roman shield, you could get some from
Toy
boss fight.
or that, yeah, you're right,
Yeah.
That too,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea. Very good idea. Um, yeah, I have some plans for bringing, I guess I should say medieval weapons or stuff like that. But I have a plan to bring um, a kind of some weapons of that, pew pews and stuff like that.
Yeah.
For some figures to potentially do some kind of storyline, and so that could really fit that storyline to get some of those shields and stuff. I didn't think about the boss fight. I was thinking about Joy Toy stuff, but that might be a cheaper way to go.
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
go on that Vitruvian Armory, I think you can order shields and just get like all kinds of different ones.
Oh, okay, yeah, I may have to do
Oh,
that.
nice.
Great idea. So we got another Darth Vader release. I'm sure no one has him at this point in time.
Mhm.
So I don't know if this one I don't know. I think this one does have a couple extra hands. Which I want to say for Steve Hasbro watching the show tonight, every figure should come with multiple hands. That every other
Yeah.
company does it. TVC needs to get on the program. You do it with Marvel Legends. You do it with G.I. Joe. Do it with Star Wars. It only takes another
2 more
5
hands.
maybe.
2 more hands for each one.
That's right. That's
Give us
right.
like an open hand or a pointy
Yes.
hand or something.
It's something. Give us something, please.
Fist.
Yeah. To me, it's just a no-brainer. I mean, it's charge me 50 more cents. I don't care. Just make it happen.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Answer
So
Ian's question here real quick. I'm not sure. Like, I can't really compare them because all I got was the Dark Times Vader from Kenobi. But I think if I'm not mistaken, this one's pretty much the same haul.
I don't
someone
know.
can confirm.
I don't think I have either one. I didn't get that Dark Times and Kenobi set. Did that come out last year or was that this year?
Maybe in last year.
I do
I've
have
had them for a while.
the Rogue One Vader, and I will say I like that one a lot. So that's probably the reason why. I
Is this
probably
Cape wired?
I don't think so. I think it's just. I think it's
pretty
just
good.
Yeah, it does. I mean, and I'm not hating on the fact that they released another Vader. I think you need to have Vader on the shelves every so often.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's the most iconic Star Wars character, pretty much.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like Skeletor. You got to have a Skeletor every so often.
Right. And you need these guys as well to go with him. So they were really smart enough to repack. I think these guys have been released before. I think maybe they were Walmart exclusives or something like that.
Yeah, I think so.
But yeah, these guys, they're almost perfect. Like, I don't know exactly what would be at this point in time. Maybe barbell hips. I guess
barbell hips. Yeah, that was my only disappointment with these guys.
That would be the thing to make them the definitive Stormtrooper, is that they had barbell hips. Yes.
Yeah, I was like,
they're still good ones, but
they're great. But that's what confused me about them. I was like, you put out phase 1, phase 2 clones with the barbell hips.
Right.
Why didn't you do it when you re-released the Stormtrooper?
Because they'll do it next year and know that we'll have to buy 50 of each then. You know what I'm saying? It's like they're just, they're just, they have a plan. You know what I'm saying? And so, anyway, yeah, I've got a few of these myself. I'm terrible. I'm a terrible Star Wars fan because I don't always buy the main characters. Like, I haven't bought this Leia yet, but I will. But and I think it's probably one of the best Leias they've done.
It's great.
I think. And so I definitely will get it. I just, like I said, I'm just a terrible Star Wars fan, I guess.
Yeah, I ordered it from Entertainment Earth and it got back ordered. So I may get it at some point.
Right.
But if I don't, I'm not, not going to lose any sleep over it.
Which is why I'm saying I'm a terrible fan, because I didn't get the Leia, but I got this guy. I've got a handful of R2s already, but I ordered 2 of these guys because I normally order like 2 of each character if I'm just kind of I don't know, just going through the motions, and I
Mhm.
was going to cancel it, and then I realized that Amazon had did some kind of like price deviation to where they were selling them for $9 a piece.
Oh,
So I
nice.
went ahead and just kept both of them for $9 a piece because I'm like, I mean, it's a smashing good card. Like I think that might be maybe the original, maybe or close to the original vintage figure. Maybe I can't remember. It's been so long ago, but that's that's pretty cool. I mean, I love the
Yeah.
cards and stuff. I just don't keep them on there. But if I
Mm.
had, if I had the sense to maybe keep one of them on a card, before I started all this, I might would do that. But super good. But anyway, I got two of these guys. They're still in the package. I just haven't done anything with them. But
And
yeah,
add to what MCR is saying here, we also need the new Bestman Escape Leia with
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
improved articulation.
for sure. I'm agreeing with that. I think I kind of went a little bit out of order at this point in time. I think this was maybe a time
Oh,
when they
okay.
had pre-order for these guys, and so I've got the HKs and they're fantastic. Um, I already had a couple of the Dark Troopers or whatever, so I didn't get any of these. Um, I did get the Soul figure. He's
Mhm.
cool, good figure if you want a Jedi. I didn't get
Oh, yeah.
the um, not who is not OSHA. Who's the other one?
Oh, May.
May. That's right.
May.
I
Yeah,
didn't
the
get
assassin.
the figure yet, or hadn't got it yet, but I will just because I
She's
think
a
it'll
good
be.
figure.
Yeah, I think it'll
She's
be a good.
also like if you don't want her for as May from the
Yeah,
show or whatever, she's also a great base for a custom.
Yeah,
yeah,
for
I mean, a
sure.
for sure.
simple head swap, and you got like with an alien female
Oh,
head,
yeah, for sure.
and boom,
Yeah, I will get it. I will get her. I just haven't got her yet.
right?
My main one I was wanting to get from that show was the OSHA because that
Yeah.
buck is fantastic.
Oh, great.
Oh yeah,
You
perfect.
can
Like
do
just
so much with that, and
person
the
on the
fact,
street. Yeah.
yeah, and it's like you can use it as a male or female because it's not, it doesn't really have any kind of um, features to make you think one way or the other. The only
Right.
thing you have to do to kind of make it fit a little bit is paint the forearms potentially, and so or put something around them, like a cloth or something like that. But yeah, super good figure. Um, Zeb, I actually pulled the trigger on this one last week, and so he should be hitting any time from Big Bad Toy Store. Um, just one of them I just kind of drug my feet on, and then I finally said, let me go ahead and get it, and so I'll have him sometime this week.
Cool. Yeah.
Um,
Since I didn't get the ghost, this is the Zeb I got
yeah,
to fill out the ghost crew.
right. What about you, Joel? Did you get him?
I didn't. I need to for sure because I think I'm gonna leave my ghost crew in on the package. So I
Gotcha.
need to. I'm gonna have to fill it out. So I definitely need to order him.
Yeah. Um, like I said, I've heard good things about it. So it's like, about him. So it's like I'm kind of waiting. I'm kind of glad I didn't get him because now like I get to open him up and be like, oh man, this really is a cool figure. So yeah. Um, Speaking of the Ghost Crew, I guess this was when a couple of the figures, Kanan and what's his name?
Ezra,
Ezra.
Kenan
Ezra.
Ezra.
Yeah, they went up for pre-order, and let's see here. What did Geek Fusion TV say? Anyone thought about getting Epic Heroes 4-inch Stormtroopers just for troopers to fill the shelf? The Epic, yeah. I mean, for sure you can. I mean, I haven't got any of those specifically. Matter of fact, I've only bought a few of those figures so far. I bought the Darth Maul last night because his head is actually bigger than the TVC version because I think it's
Mhm.
just too small. and it's fine for his body, but he just kind of seems like a small character on that for that
Well,
figure.
he was a little shorter.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. But it's just I wanted to put his head on different, like on a Mandalorian or like on a one of the what was the group the mall Mandos, not Death Watch, but anyway, the ones with the horns and stuff like that, Super Commandos. And so the head from the Epic Heroes line works so much better on those Mandos than the smaller one.
Oh, okay.
Does that head just pop off?
It does. It pops off, and it's like I said, I made some comparisons last night. The TVC one doesn't look terrible, but it just to me it feels like it needs to be just another oomph bigger, than what it is. And so anyway,
Now I'll say I haven't picked up any to like populate my shelf, but I've been like getting stormtroopers here or there for probably close to 20 years now. So I've got enough to populate the shelves. And
yeah, I mean you can get those stormtroopers and you can set them in the background and they'll work. Yeah, Ian, I agree with you on that too. I think those would be good as well. And like I said, those heads pop off, so it's like they'll fit. Like you can make those fit on just regular TVC Mandalorians as well. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, anyway, so this Kanan figure is probably one of the better ones released this year.
Thank you, Geek Fusion.
Thanks. Hey, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Yeah, we definitely talk about 1/18th here. All kinds of lines and stuff. But yeah, this Kanan figure is like awesome. I think he would be great for customs as well. You just kind of have to work with his arm, his one arm, because it's like you can't really do anything with that unless you really do some deep customizing and like pop out the arms and stuff. But you can always, pop the head off, pop the hands off, and make it an alien or make him a different character, and paint him up a little bit if you want to do that. But super good figure, no matter what.
I ordered an extra one of those and some extra Ezras for customs because if nothing else, you can like swap the pop the torsos off and use the legs on a different character.
Yeah, to me, I thought about when this one first came out, I was like, man, you could pop the head off and put an alien head on there, and you could either paint him up a little bit or not. But it looked like it might be some kind of gang or something, and they all kind of wear the same thing or something, And so you could use it for that if you wanted to. But like I said,
or just do a little repaint on that yellow piece. Maybe
make it weather it out a little bit. Yeah,
maybe take that darker part on his stomach.
Yeah,
there, like do a little paint remover there because I'm pretty sure that torso is just molded in that kind of orangish color. So
yeah, you can definitely customize them. I don't have this figure yet, just because, like I said, some have slipped through the cracks. But I do plan on getting one or a couple. Before it's all said and done.
Yeah, it's a good figure. Well articulated, moves very smoothly. And it's from that time when they quit doing the chest cuts and just did a ball joint between the waist and the torso.
Yeah. I have, I guess maybe the original of this guy and I guess where he's from, whatever game he's in, the cat or whatever, is it not Force
Survivor?
Yeah, Jedi Survivor. So and the first one, the original one, has a really good one, but this one, I think it comes with he's wearing like a beard or something, and so I think it's a really good head sculpt, and so anyway, you can always put a different Imperial, a different head on there to make Imperial officer or whatever. So
or just make him an Imperial. Just
or that
instead of
you can use
that's Cal Kestis. That's Fred Hinkelston. Imperial officer.
Yes. You can make him whoever. But I don't have one of these yet either, but I do plan on getting one. I just, like I said, I've drugged the feet on some stuff. Now this guy,
Mm-hmm.
probably one in my top 3 favorites of figures they've released this year, just because of his color scheme. I've got several of these guys, and so yeah, to me, it's just perfect. It's a perfect figure. I know it's not 100% accurate to the character on screen, but man, it's so good, so good.
But it is 100% accurate to Yamato 6 colors. So
Yes.
100%, yes, it is. You get an orange Mandalorian, orange colored Mandalorian. His jetpack is orange as well, and you get some cloth goods. I mean, it's just to me, it came out. I mean, I'm surprised. I'm surprised they made it, but I appreciate that they did. You know, for sure, for sure. Like I said, super good figure. He's probably in my top 2 figures of the year for the vintage collection. And then so we,
Ian's.
yeah, we
That's what I did, Ian.
okay. So we have a 4-pack of the X-wing pilot.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
yes.
I waited until they had a sale on them, and then I bought a pack of them and got them like a week ago or whatever. And yeah, really, I mean, I love those head sculpts on those. I definitely like the Duros. I love that. It's like that's the one head I wanted from this whole 4-pack was that Duros head, and it's awesome. And I love that the helmets fit on those guys. They fit great. And so I don't know that I'll buy another set of these.
And all
guys,
the
but
helmets have like a different different paint apps.
yeah, they do.
Yeah.
And to me, this is probably this is a step in the direction of getting a 4-pack of aliens. Which means I mean, they've made some 3-packs and 4-packs before, but not in this format of the white box with just the figures just loose in the box. But I would love to see we keep beating that drum. I would love to see more of the aliens in formats like that. Everybody would.
Oh yeah. The only thing I didn't like about this set was that the carbons that came with them, not like the little Han Solo style pistol, but the other gun, seemed really small. Because my understanding was that was supposed to be like the rebel equivalent of like the stormtrooper rifle.
Oh, okay.
And it seems a lot smaller than the.
I don't even know if I even dug into the guns part of it yet, just because the first thing I did was try to find the Duros, and
okay.
and I got him out and dug out the helmet, and I'm like, "Oh, this guy's awesome," And,
oh yeah, no, the figures are great.
Yeah.
Even though they all use that same like Luke Skywalker body,
it's fine.
but I mean it works because it's like a flight suit anyway, so it's kind of
and so so anyway, so I'll get a couple of the Lukes, and then I'll probably be like, okay, I'm good on
This is where you pack in like 4 more heads or 2 more heads.
Yeah.
With the group, so you can have like 4 aliens or something.
Yeah. Charge an extra $2. You know what I'm saying? I agree. I mean, I just don't understand.
There's
a
good idea.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you can use it wherever. I mean, I know. As soon as I get a figure with a different head, I start popping it on and put it on different bodies just to see what they're going to look like. But yes, it's a great set. I applaud them for making 2 aliens. We need more of that.
Well, and also though, Star Wars has some like what they call near human races with some like different skin colors and whatnot. So if you wanted to, change
Yeah.
out the two humans to just paint their
That's
heads a
right.
little different
That's
color.
and, it's like to me, it's like, I wish the fact that they would maybe dive more into some of the more alien, like you can have
Mhm.
a human-looking body, human-looking head or whatever, but just give it a different color. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, I mean, that's just to me. It's like that's just an easy. I mean, it is. I know they probably only have so many that they've made up or whatever, but it's like just you know. Anyway,
Just
I don't know.
cast it in a different plastic or use a
Yeah,
different paint app, you
Yeah.
know.
yeah. This set is
Oh, yeah, this was a good one.
yeah. When I saw this one, I was like, this may be my favorite set of the year of figures, and it definitely is. I mean, it's they're all four of those are slightly different size.
Mhm.
Um, you got one that's a little bit. You got the one on the right is like the tallest, and the two in the middle, I think, are just a little bit. Um, like I think they're just a little bit this close to the same size, but there's still a difference. And of course, the female body is definitely much shorter than the rest of
Yeah.
them. But yeah, super good set. I've only got one set of these, but I will definitely be getting another one or maybe two, just because of all the different Mando combinations you can use.
Mhm.
Um,
See, yeah, this is a great example of how they need to do repaints and repacks.
right.
If they're gonna,
Mm.
I mean, and to
kit
me,
bash the bodies and just give them different paint jobs.
right. I would love to
Done.
see more stuff like this because, I mean, this was, of course, they did it for the Mandalorian, so it's like, um, it's like I know the reason why they did it is because
Mhm.
the Mando is like the cash cow right now,
Right.
so all things Mando. That's why I think we're still going to get a Shriek Hawk. I think we're going to get a Shriek Hawk, and I think,
Mm.
I mean, I at least think we're going to. I mean, why
Yeah.
would they give us the team without having the creature to go with it?
Yeah.
Um,
To answer MCR here real quick, the female body is mostly the Bo-Katan body. That little skirting piece that she's got there is new, but the
um,
rest of it's mostly Bo-Katan.
I am not sure on that. I really haven't paid that much attention to it, honestly. Um, but then we got another release of the Here's Another Snake Eyes.
Yeah.
Um, so we get a different colored jetpack, and then we get another a cloth goods cape, which is great. And it's a little bit different because the one from the mines had all like the rips and stuff in it, the tears in it down at the bottom, and
Hmm.
me is the one I like the best. This one, I don't think I've got this one yet. I will probably get one or two just because I'm a glutton for Mandalorian stuff.
Yeah, that may be the one that has the ball jointed hips instead
Oh
of
yeah,
the
yeah.
other one.
It could be.
Anyway,
Um,
one of the newer ones has got the ball jointed hips, and I picked that one out because
Yeah, this one is just basically, I think, a repack because this is basically I think a repack as well, except for she's got her
her little
sigil from
shoulder pad. Yeah.
yeah is on that one.
Yeah.
I think it's a pretty much repack except for that.
Well, and
Um,
this one's got the dark saber.
oh yeah, you're right. And if I'm not mistaken, is the head fit around the head actually is a poppable plug-in, right? It didn't fit around the head, right? On
I
I
this
believe
one,
think
so.
so.
Yes.
yeah. I saw somewhere where somebody was like complaining the fact there's like, well, there's two heads, and I'm like, well, I prefer there be two heads,
Hmm.
a good head sculpt and give us a good helmet sculpt so you don't have to fall into the
Compromise.
clothes, fiasco again where the helmet's just way too big or whatever, or maybe the
Oh yeah,
skinny.
Sabine's bucket.
Yeah, and I think an answer for that, I think some people have used the helmet from the Epic Heroes to do that to go
Hmm.
with Sabine. So you have some
Or
options.
the or the retro, I think
Yeah, or the
somebody mentioned earlier.
Yeah. Another figure is this Thrawn. I guess it's the TV show version.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I don't have this one yet, but I'll probably pull the trigger on it at some point just to have a different face. You know what I'm saying? Because you'll have a different head sculpt for a Chiss. You got the one,
Hmm.
and you'll have this one. Keep him as an Imperial or not, you know. But do whatever you want to with it. Another Ahsoka. I
Oh
don't
yeah, so could the white.
I don't have this one yet, but I do want this one. I just haven't got it yet. But let's see, what did MCR say?
Oh, it was that Katie Sackhoff was impressed with the head sculpt that they did
That's
for her.
cool. That's cool. I know she was tickled to death to get a figure made. So
Oh yeah, well I mean, who wouldn't be?
yeah, I know, right? Yeah. But
Um,
yeah,
to
so
Bjorn's point here, I did get the new Thrawn, but I'm going to be using his head for like another
right.
character, like a
Yeah,
different just character.
I got the one that came out last year, and I like that one a lot better, to be honest with
Oh
you.
yeah, the Rebels one. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that one a lot better. Matter of fact, that's a head sculpt that I put on a couple of different other bodies just because to me it looks so much. It looks really good to me. And
Yeah.
so
Well, it looks like that old um like the earlier version of Thrawn from when they were doing the Enter the Empire figures.
oh yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. And then we got this deluxe figure of Cobb
Oh
Vanth.
yeah. He
Yeah,
is quite good.
super good. I've already like deconstructed him and made him into two different figures by this point in time. Because I've got another one that I'm going to use as the Cobb Vanth, but
Hmm.
legs pop off. You can put him on a different, you can put him on a different body, and then the knee pad, the little knee pad armor thing comes off as well, and so you can pretty much. The only thing you can't take off is the arm pad, the arm like rockets, or whatever. And it's one of them's got a tube that goes to the back. I just snipped mine off because
Oh yeah.
it was going to be a custom anyway, so it was like I just kind of did what I wanted to. But it's a really good,
Yeah.
no
Yeah, I was
matter
able
that.
to get a second one of these on discount. I think you had told me about Amazon had them on sale.
Yeah, I got mine originally for like $17 on Amazon, and
Nice.
that was right after they were releasing, and they had them in Walmart, and people were buying them and stuff. And so they will definitely have that on sale again. I can promise you.
Oh
All
yeah.
boxes will eventually go on sale, and so it's a really good figure. Like I
Oh
said,
yeah.
I love the head sculpt.
Oh yeah. It's like spot on for Timothy Oliphant.
I'm glad to
Um,
have his head sculpt and to be able to use. So that's awesome.
yeah, yeah. I'm probably gonna do one as just another Mandalorian, and then take off
Right,
the armor and stuff, and do a Cobb Vanth.
right. Yeah, it's like I said, it's a super good figure. I don't mind
Hmm.
that this was the deluxe. To me, it's like you know, not to get too far into it, but it's like you know, if I had to pay a couple extra dollars to get a figure made, that they wouldn't typically make, I don't mind doing that.
Well,
That's
and
just
this is a character people have been wanting for like ever.
I
Ever
know.
since his like first appearance, people have
For
been like, "When are
years.
we
Yeah.
getting a Cobb Vanth?" Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, I guess so. What they're saying is, if you're in live action TV, they will potentially make your character, but if you're animated, you may just go to the back of the line.
Yeah.
Bad
Yeah.
Batch. I'm talking to you. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, I'm glad
I
they
mean,
got it. They do
I
have.
mean,
I
we
think they do have another one coming out. His sort of regular, I guess, his after he gave the armor away version. So anyway,
now
uh,
hopefully they'll do his speeder at some point.
oh yeah, that would be a no brainer. I mean, that would be a no
Mm.
brainer. I
And
wouldn't
check
even.
Angus's page. Angus did a speeder that he did out of
Oh yeah.
the pod racer engine. It looks so great.
Yes,
Hmm.
man. He's had some stuff that he's just been like killing it ever since. I mean, ever since I guess before Figtober, he's just been knocking stuff
Oh
out.
yeah.
Oh yeah, his stuff's just
But I
mind
don't know if
blowing.
this I mean, I don't know if this K2SO is any different than the original release.
I think it's
I'll
just
grab a couple
different
more.
paint apps.
I'll grab a couple of more just because I love this droid, and it's
Mhm.
like they're kind of hard to find now anyway. The original, so it's to me, it's like I don't mind the repack for this. They're about to have the show come out, I guess next year, so it's like
I think so. Yeah.
kind of
April
need
22nd.
you need some show, you need some characters from the show, right? So
Exactly. And if you got one already built, hey, yeah, I
yeah.
got two of that new K2SO sitting in my pile of loot.
I haven't pulled the trigger on them yet, but I'm going to. Funny thing, I got a couple of these guys in last week, and I think these were like the last ones I had pre-order. Only thing I think I have on pre-order now are like some snow troopers, but
Oh, okay.
these guys, I've got two of these guys. They're cool. They're great. The tubes come out of the helmet, and
Oh, nice.
the computer piece or whatever that goes on his chest, it just sits there. So it's like there's no hole there that it plugs into. So if you
Oh,
just
it
want
just
to take off the hoses, he's just a normal stormtrooper with a different helmet. So
cool. Yeah,
um,
mine. I got pre-ordered mine through Big Bad, and I don't think they have fulfilled yet. That's one of the things I'm waiting on before I have my
I
loot
get
ship.
most of my stuff from Amazon just because I don't know. I'm just that's just the way I do it.
Mhm.
However, I do want to point out one thing about this. In the bottom left-hand corner, it says figure does not fly. So they had to put that on there for some reason.
Well, see, and that's a load of crap. Because if you throw it hard enough, he'll fly for a little while. I mean,
Yeah, I'm
really.
surprised. I'm surprised. They might as well put above that. They fly now, and then have somebody scratch that out and like, no, these figures do not fly. You know what I'm saying? But
Does that say that for any other one?
no. Well, no. I've not that I noticed, but I did notice there was some writing on a few of them. They're like not actual finished,
Hmm.
piece. You know what I'm saying? But this one just kind of hit me funny when it says "figure does not fly," and I'm like,
Uh,
hmm,
see,
that's
so
debatable.
yours getting into semantics here.
Yeah.
Gliding, flying, tomato,
Yeah.
tomato.
Anyway,
Come on.
I grabbed a couple of these. I never played Jedi Survivor, those games, so it's like it's just a new way for me to get newer, to get different action figures, and so some of them I
Hmm.
pass on. And oh, he does have a backpack though that it's a jetpack, so that's
Hmm.
pretty cool. But it's just normal stormtrooper. Other than that, and like I said, and if you take the hoses out of his helmet though, they are hard as hell to put back in. So just know that
Oh, okay.
if you take them out, you may not be getting them back in there. But anyway, and then of course we got a Skeleton Crew figure
Yeah.
uh, to release before the show comes out, so that's cool. I
And
think,
a good change of pace for live action shows.
yeah.
Usually it's like months later before we get a figure.
Right.
Yeah.
I think they held this one back as like a secret surprise because I don't think anybody knew about this until somebody like overseas got one like a month ago. And they're like, whoa,
Right. Yeah.
TVC figures from Skeleton Crew, because there was no pre order, there was nothing like that. It just all of a sudden just comes out of hyperspace and it's like, boom, we're here, you
Yep.
know. And of course, that's just the way it used to be back in the day. You didn't have pre-orders; you just didn't know about it until you saw it on the shelf, pretty much.
Or
Um,
until Toy Fair magazine
what was that?
promoted it.
Oh man,
That
I used to love Toy Fair magazine so much.
Oh, I know.
I have
yeah,
I
stacks and
miss that.
stacks of them. Yeah.
yeah, such a good book, man. There was so many different things I liked about it, but I also like the almost robot chicken thing at the end.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Um,
Twisted
Yeah.
Mego Theater. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if Robot Chicken had anything to do with that or not.
I don't
Um,
think so.
but man,
Yeah.
it was good.
Hmm.
Um, so anyway, I think we already talked about this guy, the HK super good figure.
Yeah.
love the different
Although,
paint scheme, so
and I was surprised his cape is different from like the red one.
it's a little bit different. It's more of a
Hmm.
thing that hangs. It sort of hangs like right below his head to where it's not
Yeah.
over his arm, which is it's good to have a different choice. And this guy is super easy to custom. I mean that paint on the top is so easy. That too, Java, yeah,
Oh yeah. Every Christmas.
super easy to customize. And like I said, I wish they'd give us a couple more different color variants of this guy. If they had, if they made them, I would take them.
Oh,
Um,
I did
so
not know. I haven't
that's
seen the
good.
retro collection version.
We'd already talked about this guy, the Death Trooper. I think you can get him at 16. I think you can get the original for cheaper than you can on Amazon for this guy. So just FYI. Um, and anyway, this was the May figure that we'd already talked about. Super good one.
Yeah.
Um, and in this one, to me,
Show.
I think this is my favorite figure of the year because of the customization that you can do to it. It's got so
Yeah.
many accessories that comes with it. Just if you want to make just a regular station person, a mechanic, yeah, that would be great. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love the HK-47s to be released by themselves personally,
Yeah.
have to get the Darth Revan light colored or whatever. But anyway, super good figure here. And like I said, we already talked about. If you want a good Jedi figure, pop the head off, put any kind of alien head in there.
Or if you just want to take that head and put it on a different figure.
Yeah, that too.
It's a great head sculpt.
That's right.
You want to make your own version of like Squid Games and Star Wars or something.
Yep. There you go. I know these aren't exactly TVC figures, but I went ahead and put a couple of them on there. I did get this guy. It's the Phantom Menace droid from the first of the movie. It's a pretty cool figure. I like how he's got the little drinks, the tray and drinks, the poison, and so I got this one as well. I know that these are sold mostly at the Disney store or like Disney in general. I kind of like different colored droids and different takes on them. And I got this guy too. It's kind of like almost like a zombie droid, if you will. And I've seen people do different things with it, but I've pulled the trigger on a few of these. So I'm gonna speed through these pretty quick, Joel.
Okay.
This was released this year, the Jabba throne with the droid and the what's the thing's name? Salacious Crumb or whatever.
Salacious B Crumb, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that was released this year. The Blurg with the Mandalorian was released. Super
the Blurg
good.
Might be the best Star Wars creature ever made.
It's a really good one.
It's almost right up there with like Hammond Collection dinosaurs.
It is a good creature, man. It's like good creature, and you can get a couple of these. I mean, you can take the saddle off. You know what I'm saying? You can, it's. And I honestly, you can try to paint these guys up a little bit. They're really so good as they are. It's like you really don't even have to you really don't have to do anything to them.
Yeah, it's perfect.
I mean, you can paint the saddle or the rope or whatever if you want to, or to dirty them up or weather them. But the main blurg, I mean, it's really you can't do any better with what's there. Of course, they give you another Mandalorian, but this one I think is the definitive Mandalorian of this era because he does have barbell hips and he comes with the cloth goods. So to me, I didn't mind getting another one of these because he's the better version of this body.
Yeah, like this is the kind of reissue that I'll pick up if it's like an improvement over the original.
It didn't hurt my feelings at all when I picked up two blurgs to get two of these guys because, like I said, they're a super good body. This play set, I got one of these. mainly just for the figure. It's on Amazon, so it'll probably go down at some point in time. It's a super good set. Um, I don't know if I'll probably get another one just to see if I can expand upon it. But really good, like I said,
If
and
it,
if it comes down the price it'll be
if
great.
it's not- yeah, I was gonna say if it's like the Tantive one, it should expand out like the
Yeah,
more you get.
I've seen people do stuff with it, and so you got opportunities. I know people say, "Oh, another blue Mandalorian," but he's different. He's different enough to
Hmm.
where you can use him for background characters or whatever. You can make him a main character if you wanted to, because he's different enough from all the other ones. Slightly.
Yeah, I'm one of those that I do not complain about new Mandalorians as long as they're a different paint
That's
job.
right. That's right. The armor is forged.
Hmm.
I know that some people have man, they've said they've complained a little bit about it, but it's like it's perfect for what you get. You get all
Yeah,
those pieces, and you can find a way to display it to where you can make it work. You just have to potentially
yeah, and you get
be a
those
little
3 extra helmets. I mean, that's
yeah.
like basically a starter kit for customizing Mandos right there.
You could put some of those on an extra Shriek Hawk set, or whatever ones you wanted to. But the Armor's Forge is pretty good. I got it. I am going to weather mine a little bit, but and I think it's going to work for me because I'm going to keep it on my middle shelf to where it will kind of be not so much in the light, and so
Hmm.
it will kind of maybe work in the shadows better than it would in the light. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and I
um,
think it was uh, Tim at Box Bounty that put like a little light under the forge itself so that the
yeah,
little
yeah,
flames
oh, those,
glowed.
yeah, you put one of those little battery, operated like little tea lights or
Yeah,
whatever they are. You
yeah.
you can potentially change it to whatever color you want to, and it
Hmm.
works. And we got a new armor. At least we got the cloth on the cape, or the fur is cloth, or not cloth, but I guess whatever you want to call it, cloth, soft goods, or whatever.
All good.
Um, yeah, soft
But
goods. And
but
so,
no new hips, unfortunately.
no, I don't think so. But I mean, it's fine for me. I mean, the next one will probably have the hips, that they'll
Oh yeah.
include. But anyway, but yeah, this was a super good one from this year, the E-wing. And so this is probably one of the better ships they've ever made, personally. You
Absolutely.
know,
Yeah.
I'm glad I grabbed one. The pre-order closed, and I forgot to get one before it did, and then they had some come on Disney Store about a
Yeah.
month ago. I went there and got one as soon as I could. But anyway, super good ship. You get this droid, super good droid. I would
And they've
probably
got
weather my
the pilot.
bit.
Oh, I was gonna say they got the pilot up now for pre-order.
Yes, yeah, you can pre-order that pilot. To go with it. I will probably weather my ship at some point in time. I would like to get one more, but I just don't know if it's in the cards right now. All right, so wrapping up this thing, of course, the ghost is about to hit for most people anytime, I would say, in the next week or so. Maybe a little, later. I know that people have been waiting on this thing for over a year now, I think. And so I just, you get the figures with it, and um, I can't wait to see people's pictures and see what they do with it. I
Oh
didn't get
yeah,
one of these. Be living through everybody else. Um,
same here.
Joel,
But
yeah,
I'm excited.
um, yeah.
well, I mean, it looks awesome, and it was one I wanted to get, but it's just
I know.
no place to put
I
something that
didn't
big
get it.
right now.
Yeah, I did not get it because I just didn't think I had the room for it, and
Hmm.
I'm fine with it. I'm fine living through other people. However, This is not out yet, but I just want to throw it up there that this is coming. This is supposed to be hitting next year, and so I think this is going to usher in a lot of Tatooine inspired, figures and play sets. And we've already got a couple of them already, in pre-orders right now to release potentially next year, or who knows? I mean, the way Hasbro does it, it's like it wouldn't surprise me if we started getting those pre-orders coming in by the end before Christmas. It's like, it says May, it could be, December. Who knows? But we didn't get the Wolfman, but I think we will get him. I think we will get him next year because I think they got all the tooling done for him anyway. So can't wait for this. I think TVC had a really strong year.
Oh yeah, I didn't get everything, but I got the ones that I did get. I really enjoyed.
Yep, I know that they did do a few repacks, to people's, brand, but I think you sort of have to do that to keep pushing, I guess, new tooling and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm okay with it, because you pretty much got to be okay with it. You don't have to buy the figure, so it's like you can just move along, to the next one. But not everybody probably has bought those figures, so you at least give somebody else an opportunity to get those. But anyway, that's pretty much going to be the end of the show for us tonight. I appreciate you guys.
Sorry.
Well, I was just going to say I appreciate you guys coming out and watching. Bob, Joel, do you guys have any last remarks?
I was just going to answer. Sorry. Go ahead, Joe.
Sorry, I was going to say thanks for having me on. I feel like I was a bad guest because I think I only had like 10% of those the figs that came out this year, but I got the big ones. I got the Ghost and the Ewing.
Yeah, it's all good. I just wanted to have another person on the show to potentially, chime in when they wanted to. So, that's what I was, looking for. So, that worked for me. Bob, what about yourself? Oh, thanks. Like I said, thanks.
Oh yeah, thank you for being here with us. Just to answer MCR's thing here, I only have one of the Marvel Universe Beta Ray Bills, so I'm not going to be popping him apart. But if I find another one on the cheap, then I will give that a try.
There you go. Well, all right. Well, I definitely had a good. I thought the show was great. Thanks for everybody for watching. Thanks for people watching on the replay. Please hit like and subscribe button if you will. I think a lot of people in the chat love collecting Star Wars figures, and we do as well. And so I just wanted to kind of, have a stream about what's came out so far this year. I know there's still 1 month left to go, but I think we know what's going to hit, in that month, and it's just pretty much going to be the Ghost. So anyway, but Joel, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for co-hosting one more time. And with that, we're just going to say goodbye, and you guys have a good rest of the weekend, and we'll see you next time.